First of all, let's start off with West Ham. Brilliant performance against their London derby rivals. Brilliant today. Kudos, Paqueta, Emerson at left back. Mavropanos played like a soldier at the back. Soldier. Stood up. And it goes to show sometimes, just because you leave a big team like Arsenal does not mean it's the end of your career. Many people thought he wasn't going to make it. Went out to Germany, proved himself, got better over the years. Now he's in his mid-20s, looking like a solid centre-back for West Ham. Brilliant. But I want to give a special shout-out to 2 players for today. Or 3 players, actually. Jarrod Bowen, Kudos, and James Ward-Prowse. Is there a better set-piece taker in the world at the moment than James Ward-Prowse? I don't think so. To be honest with you. But maybe, but definitely there is in the Premier League anyway. Definitely. Every set piece he takes, it's on the money. I am certain every team in the Premier League would rather give away a free kick against West Ham than give away a corner. They are giants in the middle. And James Ward-Prowse always puts it into the 6-yard box. Puts whip on it. It's not too loopy. It's perfect. Always. It's a problem for every team. And kudos to you, Mohamed Kudus. You had Brighton. They wanted him. Manchester United wanted him. But none of them thought he was worth the money. In the few games he's played so far this year, he's had 8 shots on target. 3 goals with his left. Another 3 goals with his right, making it a total of 6 goals. 6 goals. He's got 75% of the shots on target scored. Well done, Kudos. This West Ham team is a serious team, and I think they may genuinely make a push. For European positions. Not just any European positions as well. I don't think they're going to get Champions League. I don't think they're good enough. I don't think their squad is big enough. But they can make the Europa League. Especially with the coefficient points that the British teams have at the moment. You never know, right? At the moment it's looking unlikely that we're going to have 5 teams in the Champions League next season. But it's still a possibility. We're still in the best position possible. West Ham could have another season in Europe. Playing Europa League football. Maybe not Conference League, but regardless. It's a great opportunity for them to represent themselves at the European stage and actually potentially compete and win. But now, let's talk about Arsenal, the home team. Was there a more disappointing performance than today's performance? Today's performance just showed everything wrong with Arsenal this season. Everything wrong with Arsenal, unfortunately. The midfield is looking very weak. Declan Rice has been superb. Didn't have his best game today, unfortunately. Odegaard was brilliant last season. Was pretty good today, to be fair. Probably our best player on the pitch. But hasn't had a good season. And the third midfielder, whoever's been midfielder as a third midfielder, whether it's been Kai Havertz, whether it's been Emil Smith-Rowe, whether it's been we had Trossard today, whether it was Fabio Vieira, none of them look good enough. And to be fair, I think that extra position, that left attacking midfield position, is a part of the reason why our team is not doing so well. We don't look so solid in midfield. Yeah, our defence looks good. Our midfield just looks... There's something missing. We keep trying to put Zinchenko in the middle, pack out the middle with Zinchenko. It's not working. It's just not working. Unfortunately. I'd love for it to work. I would absolutely love for it to work. But it isn't. It just isn't. We need to move on from Zinchenko at left back because it keeps pushing into the midfield. It's not good enough, which means that ultimately the left midfielder, which was previously Xhaka, now we have an attacking midfielder, an out-and-out attacking midfielder, not a box-to-box, not a defensive midfielder, just an attacking midfielder playing in that position, and we look too exposed. We just look too exposed every time attackers or opposing team attack us down that right side or down the middle. It just looks exposed. It's not good enough. This leads me on to the next point. Arteta, you need to change something. You need to. Do I think we need a big striker that can actually score? Yeah, I think that would help us a lot. I do. Nketiah is not the guy. He's a third choice striker. If you want to win the Premier League, he should be your third choice striker. Jesus, he should be your utility striker. If you really want to win the league, he should be the guy that comes on, plays on the right, plays on the left, plays behind striker, plays with the striker, but he is everywhere except for the striker positions. Today he had a gilt-edged chance. What happened? Over the bar. Just not good enough. Not good enough, unfortunately. And when you look at that, is that a team that's going to win us the Premier League? Absolutely not. Not a chance this Arsenal team can win the league this season. Can they win a cup? Maybe. I think we have much more of a chance of winning the cup, any cup, whether it's the FA Cup, the Champions League, over the Premier League. We're not in a bad position to win the Premier League. I still think we're in a decent position. But we haven't played very well. We haven't played very well from the beginning. We are missing something in that midfield. I'd love to see Thomas Partey play. Has he played this season? I'll tell you how much Premier League time he's played. About 20 minutes. Not good enough. Just not good enough. He's probably going to be going to the AFCON next month to represent Ghana, even though he hasn't played for us this whole season. It's just not good enough. It's just not good enough. Arteta. This is just borderline stubbornness. And do you know what? There was a great clip circling recently on the internet of Xhaka talking about Arteta's philosophy, Arteta's way, his style, his way of playing the game.
Mikel, for example, he has his philosophy and that's it. You know, this always change the side, the free man, let him jump, for example. Even to play always with back four, never change a back five, for example, or never change like a 4-4-2 with two proper strikers. So you had this 4-3-3 with 1-6, 2 8s. Xabi is a little bit different. I think that Xabi can play a back four, but he can play as well a back five. You know, but what he wants is always a 2 number 6, not running everywhere, but more of the time to keep the position. But I think that if you are a coach, you need your own philosophy, your own tactical, your own ideas. Of course, you can change always 1 or 2, but you can't change so many things about it, you know.
But what stood out to me the most in that interview, and a lot of Arsenal fans were saying, well, great, we know we have a philosophy, we have a style, we have an identity. For me, what stood out was Arteta's arrogance to some extent. Arteta's inability to change things. To say, look, this game suits this. This style is more suited against this team. No. Arteta specifically chose to get rid of Xhaka when he could have re-signed him, just so we can have 2 attacking midfielders, 1 defensive midfielder in that midfield as our 3-man midfield partnership. So far, it has not worked. Hopefully it gets better. Hopefully we can get a striker. Hopefully we click. Right now, I'm not so hopeful, but you never know in football.